Hi guys, Olive here today to talk to you about what is on my March 2018 TBR. March is going to be an incredibly busy month for me for a few different reasons that I will fill you in on toward the end of the month. But I do think that I'm going to have some built-in reading time, some structured time that I know I will be able to get some reading in, so I am optimistic about the number of books that I will be able to finish throughout the month. The first book that I'm planning to read in March is off of my Young Professional TBR, and that is Smarter, Faster, Better: The Secrets of Being Productive in Life and Business by Charles Duhigg. I absolutely loved Charles Duhigg's other book, The Power of Habit, so I've been really looking forward to picking this one up. And the book I will be reading off of my Classics TBR for the year is Middlemarch by George Eliot, since it is March. I have been told by so many people that this is George Eliot's masterpiece. I loved her writing in The Mill on the Floss. I've been really looking forward to reading more of her work. I know it is quite the long book, so I'm very grateful that this month I have the structured reading time that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. And then I have two follow-up books to read after I'm done reading Middlemarch, the first being My Life in Middlemarch by Rebecca Mead. This is Rebecca Mead's memoir about her connection to her favorite novel, Middlemarch, and the different ways in which it shaped her life. And the other book I'm planning to pick up after I finish Middlemarch is Reading the Rocks: How Victorian Geologists Discovered the Secret of Life by Brenda Maddox. I read the first chapter of this book and discussed my feelings on that first chapter in my Try a Chapter tag that I did last month. This was one of the 5 random books that I selected for that tag, and in the introduction, the author notes that she was partially inspired to research and write this book because of George Eliot, who was, in fact, an ardent geologist. Given that I was already planning to read Middlemarch, a George Eliot novel, this month, it seemed really fitting that I postpone reading that book until this month. A book that I am planning to buddy read with Jennifer, and insert literary pun here, is The Blazing World by Siri Hustvedt. I thought it would be appropriate for Jennifer and I to buddy read this book since we both read and loved Margaret I by Danielle Dutton last year. That book is based off of the life of Margaret Cavendish, and so, loosely, is this book. This book is about a female artist who is really tired of her work not being taken seriously, so she has 3 different men start passing off her work as their own. I am guessing that that has some pretty interesting consequences, and from what Jennifer says, she has heard that this book is really weird, which I'm down for. Another Jennifer-inspired selection for this month is going to be Standard Deviation by Catherine Haney. She actually reviewed this book for Open Letters Monthly, and her review made me even more excited to read it. I had already received it from Fourth Estate, the publisher, when they sent me The Party by Elizabeth Day quite a while ago. This is about a man who feels torn between his first and second wives who have very different personalities. I am really excited to get to this one. I am also finally planning to pick up Smoke It's in Your Eyes and Other Lessons from the Crematory by Caitlin Doty. This was a tremendously popular nonfiction book on BookTube a few years back, and I've been meaning to pick it up ever since, but that Hypeverse thing that I have just kept me from picking it up. But now that I have not heard about this book in a hot minute, I feel safe to pick it up. And then I am also planning to pick up a new release called The French Girl by Litsy Elliott. This is a thriller all about a group of 6 British students who go on vacation to France. The girl living next door captures all their attention, but then winds up dead. I've been in the mood for a good page-turning thriller lately, and I think this one's really going to hit the spot. And the only thing left to do is pick the random book off of my TBR for the month. If you have not seen me do this, this is where I go to my Goodreads to-read shelf and pick 3 random books off of this list using a random number generator, and then I pick one of those 3 to read for the month. Option number 1 is one that is right behind me, which is Almost Famous Women by Megan Mayhew Bergman. Option number 2 is one that has been discussed a lot recently, which is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. And option number 3 is another one I own. That is Embers by Sandor Marai. This one is definitely appealing to me the most. I've been really in the mood for dark books and mysterious books. Plus, the text inside this book is absolutely huge. This is certainly something I could blow through in one evening. So those are all of the books that I am planning to read in March. I would love to hear from you if you've read any of these books, if you've heard about any of them, or if you'd now like to read them after hearing me talk about them. You can put that and any other comments or questions you may have in the comment section below. Or if you'd like to chat with me somewhere other than YouTube, I am on a variety of different places on social media, and the links to all of my profiles are linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.